Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be taking you through how to implement WebSockets in Android, and I'm going to be using Jetpack Compose in Android. So PyHost is a platform for testing WebSockets or like simulating WebSockets, and you can go ahead to create your account to sign up. So I'm already signed up, so I'll just proceed to where I can test with my own account. So So this is my own testing where I can make my connection and send messages. So let me just bring up my. Okay, so this is going to be a simple demo of this application. So here I send hello, and you can see it immediately on the screen. And on the screen I can type I. So you see it on the console. So I'm going to say, how are you doing? And yeah, you can easily say I'm good. So this is the demo of the application that we are about to. So to implement this, the first thing we are going to be doing is add OKHTTP as part of our dependencies, and I'm using the Tumble version catalog for managing my dependency. So this is the OKHTTP version 3 dependency library that I use for my internet call. And since we're making an internet call, you have to go ahead to your manifest and declare your permission. So for this, I declared my internet permission and the foreground service. Since I'm going to be using WebSockets, so all of these permissions are needed. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to create the WebSockets manager. So this way I manage all of the WebSockets connections. So I have my client, so I declared my OKHTTP. I declared my WebSocket, which is also provided from the OKHTTP library. This is the max retry delay. So this is the time it gives between each successive call, the retry count, counting the amount of retry that has happened. And this is just a tag to manage my login. So when I log to the logcat, I'll see the name of this class as WebSocket. So I have my code written already, so I'll just uncomment and explain. So we have a listener. So this is the actual guy that listens to the WebSocket connection. So and there's certain method that I'm overriding here. So on message. So this is whatever happens when a new message is gotten happens inside this on message. On failure, whatever happens when there's a failure, and on open. So on message, I want to whatever message I received, I'm first logging it. Then I go ahead to use a shared flow to expose this message to my view model. And on failure, I try to make a reconnection. That's reconnect with back of this method you are seeing. And on open, I just want to know the socket connection has been opened. So I have the connect method. So this is the actual place where connection is done. So I use my request builder and with my WebSocket URL, which is provided for me from PyHost. So you can see this is the actual URL, and I make a connection passing in this request and the listener so that it listens to whatever is happening on that request, whatever response is returned. So this send message just exposing the dot send of the WebSocket. This is when I want to send message to the WebSocket. If I want to disconnect from the WebSocket, I undo, have the close connection, and this is the reconnect with backup. So this is the method that whenever I experience a failure, it retries the connection, and we have the base delay, and retry count. So this is like the maximum amount of retries I want to have if there is a failure. So then after this, go ahead to create your socket service, which is um, um, which is extending the service interface of the Android provided by the Android OS. So I'll just go ahead and uncomment. So I have my channel ID. So on start, I want to start the foreground service and make a connection to my WebSocket manager. And whenever this service is destroyed, it should disconnect from the socket manager. And this is necessary because WebSocket consume a lot of resources in terms of your battery, data, and the likes. So, and this is just a method to get notification. So from Android 8 and above, when you're using a foreground service, you need to show notification to the user that a background process is running. So I'm going to go ahead to the application class, and you see that I created a notification channel. So if this channel is not created, this service is not going to run. So an additional thing, when you create a WebSocket service, you have to go ahead in your Android manifest and declare this service as I have done here. So you see, so the foreground service type is data sync and media playback, and that's why I have all of these permissions here. Also, don't forget to include this in your application class. Okay, now so let's go ahead now and write the view model for this particular place our main activity. So this is the chat screen that I'm implementing here. So we'll go to the view model. So this is the guy that collects the message that is being exposed from the service from the WebSocket manager. And I have view model.launch here. So it collects. So this is like a background process, like this is a coroutine within the what with view model scope that collects all the messages that is being received from the WebSocket manager. So on input change handles the input change on my screen, and this is for send message. So let's go ahead down to see what the screen looks like. So I have my view model column. So I just use a lazy column to display the list of items. So here we have color here on the surface and the text. So this collects the message, the text, and this is the text field that collects all of the values. So thank you for staying to the end of this video. Do like and subscribe to this channel.